Hello, welcome back to the channel, and I'm coming to you from the seat of a Kia Sportage that I've just bought. Hey, we're back with the £500 to £15,000 challenge. Wasn't expected. As I've said before, cars are kind of attracted to me. I bought this one off my boss, 1,500 quid. So we'll deduct that from here. It's a 2009 reg, 2 litre petrol. It's a 2-wheel drive one, XE, 65,326 miles on the clock. And they're going from anywhere sort of £2,500 upwards really. Although I've had a look through, can't see any service history in this one. There's a user manual. But no service history, so I might have dropped a bollock really. Just jump into him, don't I? Just jump in without even doing any checking of. I mean, don't ask me for advice when buying a car, Jesus Christ. It's black. It's shit up. I mean, I'll show you the boot. That is terrible. Husky. It's been a Husky bus, so you can imagine. But yeah, paracetamols. It's MOT'd until March 2022. The story with it is, came into the garage for an MOT. Failed on, I can't remember what it failed on. Not even much really. Disc and pads on the rear, or was it disc and pads all around? Can't remember now. Either way, the lady that owned it was going to scrap it. She was going to scrap it because she didn't want to spend on disc and pads. So I think my boss, instead of her scrapping it, I think he gave her 500 quid for it. Did the bit. She's been running it for a couple of months now. And then he asked me yesterday if I was interested in buying it. 1,800 quid. I said, if I'm not 18, I mean 15's most I'll go. So yeah, he accepted it. Obviously double checked. I mean, he knows that they're worth 2.5 at least, but yeah, he can't be asked with the customers. So with me, it's an easy sale. So we need to clean it, detail it. Dog hair in the boot is going to be a fucking nightmare. There's some polishing on the bonnet that needs doing. I'll try and show you now actually. You can see that with the sunlight shining on it there. I mean, look, poor polishing that, isn't it? And then if we go to the boot, I mean, there's a scratch here that's been touched in, wants doing again, and there's one sort of here that runs right along the top of that trim. I'm sure we'll sort that. Tyres aren't that old, 4 new tyres not long ago. But yeah, dog hair wants sorting. So I'm hoping it's going to be a quick one, a clean and detail. I might do a quick service on it because I'm not sure. I've got an engine flush in it now, to be honest. Lovely. Is that broken or bent? Yeah. But as I've said, you know, I wanted to get something newer. We have done 59 plate, less mechanical work. I don't mind a bit of cleaning. Should come up all right. There's a couple of dents there that I can see. But yeah, we'll get all these arches and that cleaned out. I've got some chemical guys. Can't remember what it's called. It's for sort of undercarriages, bare bones I think it's called, undercarriage treatment. So if we can get all there looking nice and glossy black, it'll be sweet, won't it? Yeah, not bad. So that's that. Right now we need to get on top of the figures. I've been a couple of episodes, probably even more than that to be honest, where I haven't taken off everything that we've spent, so I need to get on it really. So bear with me, and we'll go through that now before we start on this. Okay, so bear with me whilst I take you back to car number 3, which has now sold. It was the Fiat Punto, but we'll deal with that later in this video. We've got some costs to take off. £306.28, which was for a front wing, exhaust manifold gasket, pair of rear shockers, an MOT, a window regulator, 2 tyres, a driver's electric window switch, a steering wheel, and £46.28 for a fucking manual window winder. Couldn't find one on eBay. Had to go main dealer route, and fuck me. Yeah, obviously the customer noticed it. Well, I think I'll explain this later in the video anyway. The windy winder was missing, but when I'd looked in, there was no fucking regulator there for it to clip onto. So, yeah, regulator wasn't even bad at £12.70. But yeah, that Punto, not my finest moment, not gonna lie. Yeah, we made 225 quid profit, but I suppose it's better than a 225 quid loss. So moving on, the MX-5, which I suppose got a bit confusing because we swapped it with cash for the Classic Mini, if you remember, which we only had for a week and didn't spend anything on. To be honest, I'd have probably been better off just selling that MX-5 as it was. I think we did, looking at my numbers here, about £440 in profit on that. Whereas if I'd have flogged it, I think I had £509 in it. If I'd have flogged it, I could have easily got 1,500 quid for that. But, you know, I was just too tempted by the Classic Mini and the potential that was in that. But then if the bloke hadn't been down, I think he recovered a car down to work, he'd seen it and obviously made me that offer, which, you know, I probably could have waited and done bits to it, but it took me a year to get this Punto finished, so how long would it have taken to do a Classic Mini? So yeah, the MX-5, £135.02, what we've got left to remove from our balance down here, or down there, I can't fucking remember which side it's on. And what we have left to take off that is the paint for the brake calipers, rust converter, stone chip. I had to get a brake caliper seal kit for the rear calipers because although they had freed off, they were still with the tight to wind back. The rubber had swollen up anyway, and making the pistons a bit tighter than they needed to be. Soft top cleaner and sealer, a touch-up pen, and some Gravitex. And then the final thing is the Fiesta, which is the most recent vehicle. There's some bits we need to remove off that. £195.32 outstanding on that, which is for the leak-off pipes, although I've just estimated the price on that because couldn't find the invoice. Obviously, we've been in work. Yeah, I had them delivered to work. It was on a day that I was off. The invoice got filed and I couldn't find it, but I'm sure they said they were around 30 quid. So we've got that for that. And then an offside door trim, timing belt cover, towing eye cover, ambient air temperature sensor, near side door trim, centre caps for the alloys. Was it just 2 alloys? Can't remember now. An MOT, a shocker, which it failed on the MOT, and a steering wheel, again, because it was worn and peeling. And that is us up to date. So, let's jump back into it. I think we're about to join me halfway through a test drive on the Kia. Let's go. Oh. Right then. Just done half a road test on this Kia, and what can I tell you? It drives alright. no warning lights on. I think the screen wash is getting low because if you brake or go around a corner too hard, the screen wash warning comes on. There's a bit of a rattle. A heat shield on the exhaust, I think. I think there's also a bit of a blow. And if this camera suddenly decides to fuck off, it's because I haven't got it mounted properly. It's just perched on my phone case, so it may, I can already see it. Okay, bye. Did you hear that rattle? It's sort of, yeah, second, third gear, low down the rev range. Right there. I hope you can hear that. So I'm going to go back, have a crawl underneath. Right, just underneath now then, and I think this flexi is the issue. You can see that sort of jiggling around. There's also a slight blow I can hear from somewhere. I think the flexi is blowing, which luckily is just a flexi section. Sometimes they're part of the cap, but there's a flange there and a flange up top, so I think we'll get away with just a flexi pipe on this. So I'll give them a ring and I better price it. One other thing I noticed the other day is this dipstick. Oh my god. Literally won't come out, won't twist. I've had pliers on it. So probably gonna have to get a tube and a dipstick for it as well, because I do want to do an oil and filter. I'm not going to be able to check the oil level without being able to get that dipstick out. I think we'll do the spark plugs as well. They'll be under there. So yeah, we're getting a list together. I think I better write this down. Okay, I'm just down at work now. It's bank holiday Monday morning. Just had somebody's come to test drive the Punto. They seem keen. Told them £1,000, but least I can take. I had it up for 1,100 quid on Facebook. Obviously they messaged me yesterday. No, messaged me Saturday. Came yesterday morning. Brought every set of keys except the ones for the gate and my toolbox, which is where the keys for the Punto were. So by the time I got back home and got back, obviously they needed to start work, so we rearranged for this morning. And yeah, they're just out on it, in it now, on a test drive. Yeah, they seem keen. Hopefully they'll yeah, maybe leave a deposit, see what happens. But I just thought I'd throw this in here, seeing as the Punto is part of the 500 to £15,000 challenge. And there we go. Right then, it's good news, kind of. They want it. I think he's gone to drop his daughter at work, and then yeah, bring back 100 quid deposit. I'll get it MOT'd for Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday. Tomorrow? Nah, we'll do it Wednesday. The only thing is, right, 12 months I've had this nearly, and it was last week or so when I was cleaning it, I noticed this, the windy winder's not there. But if you look deeper into the hole, there isn't even anything for the window winder to fucking go onto, so it's like there's no regulator in there. And obviously the customer has noticed that. I'm going to have to fucking whip this door card off, a couple of bolts there, and yeah, see what the hell's going on. Now what I have noticed is, like we've got on that passenger door, there's some sort of cracking and crazing in this door starting to happen as if it's had a repair. I'm hoping that the actual mounts for the regulator aren't fucked, and that's why it's not been replaced. I'm hoping they just haven't replaced it because they couldn't be bothered. We're doing it on the cheap, but don't know. Fingers crossed. As usual, also, because it's sort of a garagey looking type place, the usual question, is there any sort of you know, time period where they can bring it back if anything goes wrong. So I'll do them a 2-month warranty. It's alright, I don't think much will happen really. It's say I'd run it for, well, 8 months or so. Anything that has been wrong I've sorted. It's had new shockers, it's going to get new tyres. I'll do a little engine service on it I think, but yeah, there hasn't been much profit in that one to be honest. I should have realised buying it off another mechanic, you know, they either don't look after them at all, or, you know, they go over the top with them, and I think this one has been one where it's not been looked after at all. So, as I've said, probably 10-12 times now, I've been mugged off with this one. Right, well, we have a deposit, 100 quid. We also have half the window regulator missing. Obviously the centre support is still there, which is what's holding the window up. But like the tooth sort of gear mechanism where the handle attaches is, yeah, non-existent. So I don't know if it's broken at some point. I mean, inside the door doesn't look like it's been smashed at all. Nice and smooth. So like up the top there where like the paint is cracking, must just be shit paint from the factory perhaps, which is I don't know, unusual really. But I'll price a new regulator. If not, I'll just get on eBay and get a second-hand one. They don't really tend to go wrong, these manual ones, so I'm not sure what the situation has been with this. But anyway, I might have to take that other door card off just to make sure we get the right one, I suppose, and see where it bolts to. It's probably going to be a couple of bolts in there. But then we've also got, I don't know, no idea. It'll have to bolt onto this runner somewhere. There's sort of a hole up here. Don't know if that had a bolt in it at one point. I'm not sure. Right then, all the back seats are now cleaned up, carpet vacuumed, carpet cleaner, drill brush, extractor, just on with the fronts. Started hoovering this driver's floor, just got up by the pedals to do. There's a bit that's wearing thin there, so I might see if I can get some cheap floor mats off eBay or something. It's just going to finish it off in here nicely. It's not too bad. I've run an aircon cleaner through it. I do this with most of the cars that I sell. Well, all of them, to be honest. Just to, you know, kill any bacteria, get rid of any odours that might be sort of lingering. Anything that I can do to, you know, make the smell of it pleasant, I suppose. It's one of the first things that hits you when you get in the car. If a car smells bad, you know about it. It's going to put people off. Yeah, so if I can, you know, nice pleasant experience when the nostrils step in here. Yeah, there's a little. I've got all the centre console and that to clean. I've not done over the dash, or the door cards are out yet. It's been too hot, basically. It's obviously now is the week after I bought it. Yeah, bank holiday last week. It's now the following Tuesday. It's been too hot to do out. Black car just absorbs the heat. Sunlight, so I mean I've done bits. I did the boot and that, and I sort of hoovered most of it. But yeah, I can't cope with the heat. Don't know what's wrong with me. But right now, you know, it's a bit cloudy. Perfect temperature for me, so yeah, we'll get on with hoovering this, finishing this driver's floor, get the drill brush, carpet cleaner out. Yeah, I'm not going to show you too much because I say you'll have seen it all before now, I think, my drill brushes and whatnot, my technique. So, just little snippets here and there. I have bought a front pipe, don't know if I've told you, can't remember now. Yeah, flexi pipe for it, 35 quid plus the VAT. And I've been doing a bit of scratch repair, so if that turns out alright. I've showed you the sort of key marks down the passenger side. It was touched in. I think it was touched in with the correct colour as well. Halford's touch-up pen. Obviously my boss did it when he owned it. Did it crudely, shall we say. So I've sort of polished it back. A bit more black in there. Yeah, polished it back again. Some lacquer. Did I polish it back again? Are we on this? I think we're on the second coat of lacquer, so I'm hoping it's going to be looking pretty close now. But after I've, you know, polished it up, rubbed it back, I'll show you that, and hopefully we can do the rest of the door, sort of disguise it a bit. Anyway, let's hoover this floor. Right, and another thing I've noticed is this sort of hinged bit of plastic. It's broken away. It's to sort of cover this gap, I guess, to give you a flat load bay. So I'm just going to clip the hinges back on. Obviously the little plastic rivets are still there, and I'm going to melt them down again with soldering iron. Right, we've had a bite on the Kia. Woman messaged me yesterday. She's viewing it about 1:30 today. Now, I hadn't actually put it properly up for sale. I just put an up for sale in the next couple of weeks type thing on Facebook with a shitty picture from when I first bought it. Hadn't been cleaned or anything. So it's pretty good going, that, I think. I'm just on with sprucing the insides up. Obviously seats and carpets have all been shampooed. Rear door cards and boot plastics have all been cleaned. What am I using? Where's it at? It's a fucking Demon Shine. Something that my brother got me for my birthday, a Demon Shine box fucking set. Bless him, he doesn't know, does he? But yeah, fuck's it called? It's yellow, in a yellow thing. This here, Active Super Cleaner with just a brush, going around all plastics and that. Get any dirt and whatnot off it. Just wipe over it with a microfiber, and then I'm using this Auto Bright Direct apple pie scented air freshener and odour eliminator. Now this lasts about a week and a half, I think, but it's fucking great if you've got somebody coming to look. You can just spritz it over the carpets and plastics. I use it as a bit of a trim dressing as well. I've done all the rear in it. Yeah. Obviously, you know, my big thing is, if a car smells bad, it's going to put people off. So we know this has had a husky in it, so I've removed the air fresheners last week, and it was starting to sort of smell of dog, was starting to come back a bit. So yeah, bit of this, it's gone now. I've got the hanging air freshener as well, so we'll get that put in. I've got it running. You could probably tell the door's open and that alarm is going off. Need to do the front pipe. I've got the front pipe in the Beamer, which is just out there somewhere. Where are we at? Hello. And then yeah, do the front pipe, finish the front cockpit area, and then give it a rinse off, because it is fucking minging. Look at that. They're building new houses over from where I live, so I think the dust is travelling from over there, settling on the car. Obviously I'm at work now. It had the big clean, didn't it, a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just going to rinse it. I've got some, what is it, G-Technic citrus fucking cleaner. It's actually in this bucket down here. Well, it's just going to be a hose pipe job. I've got no pressure washer, so rinse it, bit of that on, shampoo, rinse it, and then I've got this Car Pro, what's it called, Reload, which is like a silica fucking based thing you can put on a wet vehicle, so that'll be that. For now though, let's try and get this exhaust done. It should be nice and toasty under there now, so hopefully we've got no seized nuts. Right then, so there's 2 bolts right there, which possibly 19s or 18s. I think they should come off easy enough. However, the 2 on the front of that cat, not so sure about. We'll start at the front though and work his way back. Milky. Nice. Easy. And this clamp here, probably going to snap this one. Or not. Well. That is surprising. I'm going to need a screwdriver or something to separate that. Right then, these rear ones. Oh dear. They look fucked. Right, I think for that top one, might drop that rubber that's fucking up there somewhere. Get my gun in, sort of drop the exhaust down. Bottom one, I'll have to put the exhaust back up and cut it probably. Yeah, right then. Oh, well that'll do, I think. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, that's that back on. Oh. Oh no. Dickhead, that's the other side, you fucking idiot. I've got to get that out. Splendid. Come on then. Let's be having you now. Oh, there we fucking go. Right. If I can find a bolt the same thread as that, that would be lovely, but I reckon it's going to be a nut and bolt job. Probably could have done with some new gaskets as well. Shit. Right, it's not going well. Should have fucking left this pipe as it is. Obviously we've got the front on there, I'll paste it up. But if you look at this rear flange, doesn't even fucking line up. Oh god. So two options. Ring and see if they've got another one. Maybe this one's been manufactured incorrectly. Or cut that fucking flange off. Twist it about fucking, what is it, 30 degrees. Weld it back on. Not fucking ideal. Okay. So I'm bolted up there. I've sliced the flange off the other end. Got it twisted, lined up with the old bolt and just a punch. And that's sat nicely there, ready just to be tacked. Then I'll take it off and weld it all around, put it back on, put the O2 sensor in, and that should be that. But fucking hell, more time spent that I hadn't accounted for. It's 11 o'clock now. They want to see this at 1:30. Got this exhaust to do. Got a driver's side, sort of inside the clean and treat. And then outside needs a fucking wash. Maybe try and squeeze a bit of dinner in there as well. So I better pull my finger out. Well, ladies turned up, I think with a dad. And yeah, about to, well, just out on a test drive. Positive signs, I think. Don't know. Obviously I've told them about the dipstick. I need to get one. Fitting that exhaust, I need to adjust it because it's knocking on the subframe. Might have to slice it and weld it up again. Fucking hell. But yeah, what else? I've got oil and filter to do, spark plugs. Cell Tech 2.5 for it, so see what happens. It's back. Well, deposit has been left, 200 quid. I need to sort the exhaust, obviously. I'm going to have another go at that dipstick. The only thing I haven't tried is a bit of heat. It's the O-rings that are sort of stuck. Some heat should melt them, fuck them, and then maybe I can pull that dipstick tube out, a couple of new O-rings on it, and we should be sweet. I also need to, service it, spark plugs. Maybe I'd check the cam belt as well. So that's that. Sold. Bloody hell. it does clean up well. Yes, boy. There we fucking go. So, I want to clean that up. Set a couple of new O-rings, but I'll probably just leave the top O-ring on that. Should be alright. Nice. Right, I've just got the oil drain in. Oh, it's pretty much drained, shall we say, in there. And while we wait, I'm gonna get on with spark plugs. Now, it'd be interesting to see what state these are in. They don't look too bad, to be honest. A little bit worn. I don't know if you can see the difference in the gap there. Maybe quite a bit of a difference actually. Right then, I'm going to put the sump plug back in and then I'm going to put some oil in it. Then we'll swap the oil filter over. I'm going to go without a funnel because it loves me a challenge. Come on. Oh, there's a bit of wind. There's a bit of wind. Making excuses already, look. Seriously though, it is windy. Go. Oh, fuck. Shit. Right.
It's not got an oil leak, honest.
I think I'll have to get a funnel. Bloody hell. Fucking trying to show off, you cunt. Better. Oh, the fucking camera's down. Told you it was windy. Shit. Right, I think that'll do for now. That's probably 3.5 litres. Change the oil filter.
There it is. Driving away.
Done, gone, sold. 2.5 grand. Not bad, not bad.